We want to thank you for watching this afternoon. We have a good friend of ours in the studio today, Nick Wilkinson, CEO of the Tivoli Theater Foundation, and Nick has had a busy life.
That's true.
I started to say year, but it's gone on for a long time. And I was just thinking as you were coming over here, they used to call James Brown the hardest working man in show business, but I think you'd give him some competition.
Well,
and you know, in the entertainment world, being busy is a good thing.
That's exactly right. And I will say, first and foremost, as hard as I may work, I don't work nearly as hard as all the dedicated staff and team that we have at the Tivoli Theater Foundation, who do the real work to make all these shows and events happen and do all the planning and all the great things like our kickoff event last night to announce Broadway season, all the various things that we do.
Well, let's talk first about this makeover. You know, the Tivoli has been closed for the past 2-3 years and will be reopened sometime next year, but we took a little inside look at what's going on behind the scenes there at the Tivoli. This is pretty massive.
It is. It's pretty exciting. It's a $73 million project in total. 90% of the funds are actually privately sourced, so either through investors or lenders. We've obviously had a great response for our Your Ticket to History campaign, which I should say is still ongoing, so people can still buy their seats, buy their light bulbs on the marquee, you know, figure out a way that they can help support to make sure that we have a Tivoli. You know, the Tivoli's over 100 years old. We want to make sure that the Tivoli's around for another 100 years so that kids and art lovers and performing arts lovers have a place that they can call home for a long time. But thankfully, construction is well underway, and we're rocking and rolling. I have an office still down in the Tivoli area, and it's kind of jarring when the walls start jarring.
Yeah.
Because they're really at work. It's pretty exciting.
That means some progress is taking place. Now, you made a big announcement last night about the 2025-26 Broadway season. We look forward to this every year because this is the lineup of shows that will be presented at the auditorium until the Tivoli is complete. Quite a lineup this coming year.
We have a great lineup. This is our 9th season of Broadway that the Tivoli Theater Foundation has presented. We're very lucky that our friends First Horizon are our presenting sponsor again this coming year. They are this current year. We have an incredible lineup, as you can see. We've got some stalwarts from the Broadway world like Mamma Mia and Kinky Boots. We've also got some classics like Sound of Music, and then, you know, literally a show that I like to think really changed the landscape of Broadway in The Wiz, which really kind of, I think, opened Broadway to a whole new audience, and I think made it more accessible, which is a really big part of what we're trying to do with the Tivoli Foundation. So we're excited about it. People can renew their subscription starting May the 5th, and they'll have a period to renew, and then the regular season passes and subscriptions go on sale in June.
So be sure to go to TivoliChattanooga.com to get information on that. Now, we can't let you get away without talking about, you know, here's something. You hear a lot of hype. I don't talk about hype unless I can back it up with numbers. I'm going to tell you something, because I've done research, as you know. I've, you know, did the whole thing on every show that's ever played. This show, Hamilton, coming next week, for the next couple of weeks, is the biggest entertainment event in local history. More people will see more shows than anything we've ever had.
Well, you said it for me, because that's exactly what we talked about this week on an internal conference call. We don't know of any other show will have the impact that this show is having. We'll have more than 30,000 people that will come through the doors of the Memorial Auditorium over the next 2 weeks, starting April 22nd through May 4th. We have 16 different shows, matinees on Saturdays and Sundays, and it really, truly will be a game changer. I like to say it's kind of like soccer leagues when you get relegated or delegated. We've been pushed up into the big leagues, and the fact that we have Hamilton and Chattanooga, and it's also, this is pretty cool, it's the second Hamilton County that we know of that's had a Hamilton. So it's a pretty neat experience, and I think people should come out and take advantage of it.
There you go, Hamilton coming to Hamilton. And, you know, I'll say that here's how I think it's going to go down. We know that the first week of shows is pretty much sold out. There are tickets available for the second week.
That's right.
But you know what's going to happen? People leaving those shows next week are going to tell their friends, or going to tell their friends. So I'd get your tickets now. I really would.
I think that's exactly right, David. You can see the information. You go to TivoliChattanooga.com. You can call our great folks at the box office. Obviously, we're open 7 days a week online. But yeah, I think I call it the water cooler talk. When people go and they see their colleagues and they say, "Oh my gosh, you won't believe how amazing that show was last night." I would go ahead and buy your tickets while you can, because the second week has some availability, but it's starting to fill up pretty fast.
And I think that's really going to start going next week. So keep this in mind. It's Broadway in Chattanooga, literally. I mean, these are Broadway actors, Broadway performers, the staging, the direction. It's going to be unbelievable. Nick, congratulations on all the good things happening.
Well, we appreciate all your friendship, David, and everybody here at Local 3, and we're excited about the next couple weeks. Hopefully we'll survive it.
I know you will. All right, let's go now to David Carnes.